Catch TV West channel. So we Wabash Catch TV looking for any way to help take care of you folks. Make sure that you can see the game. Should be a good one. The Salem Wildcats in with a 14-10 record. 5-3 in the Mississippi division of the Cahokia Conference. Taking on the Flora Wolves with a 5-18 record, 1-5 in the Little Illini Conference. Flora has, Flora's on a downward trend. They've lost 4 in a row. Trying to get that turned around as they've most recently lost to Casey Westfield. Well, when you play, and they lost to Altamont as well recently. Altamont's got a pretty good team, and Casey Westfield has an outstanding team, and that Casey's beaten them twice in the last 4 games, so that's pretty understandable. The Flora Wolves falling to Casey Westfield both in the regular season and back in the Little Illini tournament. Fell also to Robinson back in that Little Illini tournament. Won the first game of that tournament over Lawrenceville, I believe, 54-47. But the Wolves coming in on a little bit of a slide, looking to make something good happen under head coach Phil Lieb. Of course, the Salem Wildcats, coached by Andy Fehrenbacher. Both Andy Fehrenbacher and Phil Lieb played basketball at Flora High School. I don't think they ever played on the same team. I think Andy Fehrenbacher probably played with Kurt Lieb, but not Phil Lieb. Phil's a little bit older than Kurt, so but they both played with Kurt. And both, of course, from Flora. The Salem Wildcats in with a 14-10 record. 5-3, as I said, in the Cahokia Conference. They're coming in on a bit of a roll as they, last Friday night, an outstanding win over a good Freeburg Midgets team. They avenged a loss from earlier in the year. We had the game here, the Freeburg versus Salem game, and Freeburg won that by 10 on this court. Salem going into Freeburg and winning the return matchup 52-50, which is, if you can win in a tough place to play like Freeburg, that's always a boon. We were here last week also when Salem defeated Trenton Westland. They knocked off Trenton Westland 46-30. Trenton was close in the early part of that game, but the Wildcats really able to turn it on later in that ball game. The only loss in the last 5 for the Salem Wildcats, they lost to Columbia 50-43 in another conference battle, but Columbia only winning by 7 points. Salem is playing much better as they are, as Columbia is walloping just about everybody. And Salem able to stay close in that ball game. Interestingly enough, over the course of the season, Salem averaging 50.0 points per game. This is their 24. They've played 24 games and they've scored 1,201 points. So 50.004 or something like that. Giving up 49 points a game. And for the Flora Wolves, they're averaging 44, giving up 57. So it should be a fun one tonight. The Salem Wildcats against the Flora Wolves as the fans are on their feet for the Salem fight song. Good crowd on hand here tonight as the Salem side of the stands are pretty close to full. And the Flora side here, room for more. But a good crowd on hand as the Wildcats host the Wolves in a non-conference battle. Used to, of course, these two teams played in the North Egypt Conference for years. We'll have the starting lineups for you and the opening tip here from B.E. Gum in just a few minutes.
When you build with Morton Buildings, you build something that lasts. And now you can build for less during Building Value Days. If you're dreaming of a personal storage building, horse barn, farm storage, home, office, insulated workshop, or even a commercial facility, take advantage of our discounted pricing on new buildings now through February 28, 2019. So don't delay. Visit MortonBuildings.com for more information.
Have heavy rains done a number to your driveway and walkway? Call the Driveway Doctor, Jeremy Carter at Carter Trucking in Fairfield. The Driveway Doctor will make a house call, determine the pothole prognosis, and cure your ailing driveway and walkway. Carter Trucking prescribes riprap, sand, pea gravel, white rock, river rock, decorative rock, mulch, and more. Need dirt, grain, or even equipment hauled? Just call 842-2022 for delivery in Clay and surrounding counties. From Carter Trucking on Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Sisney. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
And welcome back here to B.E. Gum Gymnasium, the home of the Wildcats. Salem getting set to take on the Flora Wolves. Of course, these two teams matched up for over 70 years in the North Egypt Conference. Of course, that conference broke up about, I guess, 15 or 16 years ago now. Back in 2003, 2004. And always fun to see those matchups that a lot of the fans in this audience watched over the years, and it's a fun night for it as the Wildcats in with that 14-10 record. The Flora Wolves in at 5-18. In the JV contest tonight, by the way, Salem knocked off the Flora Wolves 50-27. Flora got out really well in that JV contest. They were up 13-5, and then Salem went on a big run and outscored Flora the rest of the way, 45 to about 12. I guess 45-14, and it wasn't like they were turning the ball over. It wasn't like just shots weren't falling. Nothing was going right for Salem, and all of a sudden they flipped the switch and turned it on, and they were able to come away with that JV win. Of course, Salem on the season now, I think that moved them to 13-2 at the JV level, whereas Flora fell to, I believe, 2-12. The national anthem about to be played by the, I believe it's going to be sung tonight. I believe we're going to have it sung by the young lady down there on the bench. We'll sing the national anthem if you want to get that on shot. That young lady has been singing all season long here at these Wildcat games. Just a beautiful voice. Just a beautiful voice. As we'll have the starting lineups for the Flora Wolves and for the Salem Wildcats.
My wife had put on Facebook, and this administration was kind enough to join in. Beckham was going to be.
Oh, we're talking about the coach's boy, Beckham.
To the hospital where he goes for chemotherapy. We cannot thank you guys enough for what you did. We were very overwhelmed by that. This is the first time he's gotten to come to a game since then, and he has something he wants to say.
Thank you, go Wildcats.
There's Beckham himself. How about that? He's home from the hospital. He's been battling, I believe, leukemia. Outstanding to see that boy. He's getting a standing ovation from the crowd. He's asking, where am I supposed to go, kids? Coach? That's great.
Starting lineup with the Flora Wolves. This is with seed number 10, Nick Schaefer. A seed number 15, Isaiah Cole. A 6 with freshman number 25, Cole Young. A sophomore number 30, Kevin Warren. And a final number 2, number 33, Alex Wiles.
So for Flora, it's Nick Schaefer, Isaiah Cone, Cole Young, Gavin Warren, and Alex Wiles. That's 2 seniors, only 2 seniors on the whole squad for Coach Phil Lieb and the Wolves. 2 seniors, a freshman, a sophomore, and a junior. Cole Young, a freshman, Gavin Warren, a sophomore, and Alex Wiles is a junior. As the Wolves get set. And it'll be the 5 senior starters for Coach Andy Fehrenbacher and the Salem Wildcats. At one guard, it's 5'11" senior Isaac Hayes. He wears number 4. He'll be joined in the backcourt by Jacob Harness, number 21, also a senior, 5'10". Eric Brubaker, number 22, is a senior. He is 6 feet tall. Brett Whitney, at one forward spot, 6'1", wearing number 40. And the big man for Salem is Levi Hayes, number 44, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 210 pounds. All 5 players, starters for Salem, are seniors, and you'll probably see a lot of number 5, Leighton Ware, coming off the bench. See maybe some Cade Alberson coming off the bench tonight as well. The officials for tonight's contest: Craig Becker along with Brandon Holtman and Chris Book, as we are just about ready to get underway here at the Gum in Salem. The Wolves in their road orange uniforms with blue numerals. Wolves emblazoned across the back, Flora emblazoned across the front. For the Salem Wildcats in their home whites with a red and green trim down the side, green numerals, green Wildcats across the front, and the Wildcat insignia on the back. The ball is in the air. The Salem Wildcats win the tip. We are underway. Jacob Harness will bring it across, and he's going to work against a zone from Flora. Flora comes out in a 3-2 zone. Unusual for the Wolves. They pass down low. They find Levi Hayes. He may have stepped on somebody's foot, kind of tripped heading into the hoop and loses his shot. Rebounded by Flora. Up with it in a hurry is Isaiah Cone. Cone looks inside, watches a man flash by. Now backs up, fires a 3. Off the iron. Rebound down to Eric Brubaker for Salem. He sprints across, finds Brett Whitney out on the left. Now back to the right. 3 on the way is good for Isaac Hayes. And Salem opens the scoring. Cone up and across with it in a hurry, out to the top of the key, down to the right side. That is Cole Young. Young looks into the corner. and gets it back around. It'll go outside now to Young again. To the left side, looking inside, that's Schaefer. Schaefer on the dribble. Had a little bit of room, not enough. Alex Wiles with it. He'll drive to the hoop. Backs it out. Jumper from Cole Young is up and off. No good. Rebound to the Wildcats. Salem might try to run it a little bit here tonight. Ball knocked away from Whitney. And a foul is going to be committed by Flora. That's going to go against Isaiah Cohn. First foul of the basketball game. And the Wildcats will have it with 6.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Harness, long pass down to Hayes, back outside. Boy, that was the shot that Hayes hit just a minute ago. Levi and Isaac. Brubaker on the dribble, fires it back into the corner to Levi Hayes. He stands in front of the student body. By the way, tonight's business night. The plan is to take care of business for the Salem Wildcat student section. You can see down there the young men and women all in their business casual to business formal wear. A lot of dudes in khakis and sport jackets with ties. Looking good. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Cohn works against Harness in the man-to-man for Salem. Off to the left side, it goes to Cole Young. Young, just a freshman, but at this point in the year, nobody's a freshman. Oh, the alley-oop! He finds Isaiah Cohn. And Cohn will lay it in. It's 3-2. Lob pass to the high post. Whitney has an open jumper. It won't go. Good board by Hayes. Strong up and in. Levi Hayes with good work down underneath gives Salem back their 3-point lead. Early on here, 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Cohn looks at the right baseline, now drives on Harness, finds himself in a pack of trouble and throws it away. Stolen by Hayes. Out to Isaac Hayes, up ahead to Harness. Harness looks inside. Isaac thought about the three. Now to Levi in the corner. He backs out against that 3-2 zone. Kind of a 2-1-2, 3-2. Brubaker with it in the left corner. He has Whitney sliding down, tipped right back to him. Boy, that was a fortunate bounce for the Salem Wildcats, who are being very patient. Harness finds room and fires the three. It won't go. Rebound comes down to Cohn. Up onto the right wing. That's Gavin Warren. Young drives to the hole. Shot is up and in. Cole Young's first points of the night cut the lead to 1. 5-4 in favor of the Wildcats. 4:20 to go, first quarter. Probably a surprise as a pass inside. Whitney puts it up and in. The Flora defense probably a bit of a surprise to the Wildcats, as Coach Lee almost always a devotee of the man-to-man. Three on the way, will not go for Warren. Rebound and long pass up ahead, gets away from Hayes. Tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Wildcats. It'll be Flora basketball. Check that. It'll be white ball, Salem basketball. I was going to say, if Alex Wiles had touched that, I can't imagine him sprinting that hard for it into the corner. Or had not touched that, I mean. Brubaker to Whitney at the free throw line, into the corner. Another three on the way from Hayes is good. And it's 10-4. That three-point shot devastating. Salem leads by 6. Up with it in the corner. A three on the way from Warren is good. That's Gavin Warren, Mike Cheney's grandson. Mike used to work for Wabash, retired at the end of December. We miss him all very dearly, and I said hello to him tonight here. Good to see him. And Gavin Warren, his grandson, has the pass into the corner, knocked away. Kicked out by Flora. Alex Wiles. 3:14 remaining here in the first quarter. 10-7 in favor of Salem. Harness gets it, has an open three, puts it up and off the yard, no good. They're going to foul on the rebound. I think it's going to go against Alex Wiles. A little bit too much holding underneath. And that is the second team foul for Flora, number 1 on Alex Wiles. Into Whitney, spins and puts it up. It's good. Whitney getting away on a set play. As Flora brings it up, 3 from the other corner is good for Nick Schaefer. That cuts it to a 2-point lead again, 12-10. 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. Biggest lead of the game was the Wildcats. They were up 10-4 moments ago before those 2 3-pointers in succession by the Wolves. Harness drives, puts it up, and misses it off to the left. Rebound comes down to the freshman Young. He sprints down court, gets away from traffic, puts it up, and it falls. Cole Young with a nice drive, and timeout on the court, 2:19 to go. Here in the first quarter, we're tied at 12, back in 30.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
And welcome back to BE Gum. Wildcats led by 6, and Flora Wolves have fought back to tie it here at 12 with 2:19 to go here in this first quarter. I don't think Coach Fehrenbacher was all that happy with his defense on those long 3-pointers. Harness will bring it across. Still the same defense employed by Flora. It's that zone. Brubaker looks down low, and there'll be a kick as Alex Wiles got a toe on the basketball. 2:08 to go here in the first, with a lob pass into Brubaker. Stolen away! Heading the other direction's Isaiah Cone. He lays it up and in. Flora takes their first lead, 14-12. Up with it, Brubaker out on the left corner. Back out around to the left wing to Hayes. Harness looks inside, nobody there. As Whitney came across a little late, Harness is going to go ahead and drive baseline and throws it away. Tough pass intended inside for Levi Hayes, and a nice step in front there by Flora's Nick Schaefer. Gavin Warren working against Brubaker, man-to-man for the Wildcats. Minute 20 to go. First quarter, 14-12 Flora. They're on a nice run. 3 on the way, good. Cone is on fire. And it's 17-12. Flora on a 13-2 run right now. Harness drops it down for Whitney. He gathers, heads to the hoop, shot blocked by Cone. But that's going to be foul number 2 on Isaiah Cone. So Cone not only leading Flora in scoring, he's leading Flora in fouls as he picks up his second with a minute 1 second to go here in the first quarter. Brett Whitney will go to the line for 2 shots. First free throw of the game falls in, and Andrew Conrad will check in. He's a junior, 5'6". Second one good. Did them both. 17-14. Some pressure now for Salem as Flora beats it. Outside onto the right wing, Gavin Warren works against Brubaker. Good quick first step. Now in the corner, 3 on the way. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound grabbed by Harness. He wants to run. He heads down court in a hurry. Outnumbered by Wolves, but he's fouled and gets a bailed out. I think that's going to go against Alex Wiles. Will pick up his second. And Harness will head to the line for 2 shots. I don't know that he was shooting, but that's what the official said. I think he was looking to pass. Either way, he misses the first of 2. Score remains 17-14, Flora up. 1 for 2 there for Jacob Harness. And again, the Wildcats go into the 1-2-1-1 zone press. They back out as the Cole Young, the freshman, brings it up against the senior Brett Whitney. Into the corner it goes to Gavin Warren. Outside now to Cole Young. Off to the left, fake of three there by Warren. Drives left baseline, finds himself in trouble, gets it out to Wiles. Plenty of time still for Flora, 10 seconds. On the drive, Warren puts it up and good. Gavin Warren, he's got 5, 3 seconds to go. Harness sees it now, fires a long three, and it's going to be short. Good first quarter. Flora leads Salem 19-15. We'll be back in a minute.
Life is made up of moments. We care about those moments as much as you do. We are Modern Woodmen, a fraternal financial services organization, member-owned, not stockholder-run. Since 1883, we've supported families, strengthened communities, and helped people reach their financial goals. From protection to saving to retirement planning, let us help you plan for those special moments in your life.
For career opportunities or financial planning, call me, Justin Harness, your local Modern Woodmen representative.
With over 90 years of combined automotive repair experience, Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They are your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. For your convenience, call 665-3666 for free local pickup and delivery, because at Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Come see my daddy with our boys.
Welcome back here to Salem. Flora with a slow start, but boy, they came out hard later in that quarter as they lead it now 19-15 as we begin the second quarter. Flora basketball. Out on top, three on the way for Schaefer. Bounces off, no good. Rebound comes down to Cade Alberson. Into the game now for Salem. Harness along with Alberson. Leighton Wayer, number 5, in the ball game as well for the Wildcats. On the drive, Harness stops, puts up a short jumper and hits it from about 12. First field goal for Harness. As so often as Harness goes, so go the Wildcats. And that's his first field goal tonight. Cuts the lead to 2. Outside with it, Wiles drops it down to the freshman Young. He looks inside. Boy, he had Conrad there and couldn't get it to him. Warren with it. It's a young Flora team. Drops it down to Schaefer's, cutting to the hoop. He throws it off the foot of Wayer. It'll remain Flora ball. Flora leading by 2, 19-17. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the first half. No fouls committed yet by Salem. Just 4 for Flora. Very few free throws as Gavin Warren dribbles out on top against Jacob Harness. Warren, a sophomore. Schaefer, a senior, drives left baseline underneath, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Whitney. There's the first foul against Salem. Heard the groans from the Salem fans. And a few cat calls. Under 7 minutes to go now as Conrad will throw it in. Andrew Conrad drops it down to Schaefer, who puts it up and in. Salem's defense getting worn out by the Flora Wolves tonight. The Wolves hitting some threes. And Salem's going to need to pick it up. He got to the hoop without a whole lot of difficulty. In the corner, Wayer gets it back out. Now Harness thought about the three. Looking for some movement. Off to the left side it goes to Isaac Hayes. Hayes gets a screen, now gets it back out to Brett Whitney. 3 on the way from Hayes is good. I'm going to say keep going to that well if you're Salem. He's got 3 now. 9 points on 3 3-pointers. Flora leads by 1. 3 from Conrad to respond is good. His first points put Flora back up by 4. Harness works against Conrad, gets a screen from Whitney into the corner. Wayer now down low. Alberson, and a foul is going to be called inside against Flora. That's going to go against Schaefer. Number 1 against Nick Schaefer. 5 against Flora. 24-20. Wolves up. 5:50 to go. First half. Alberson with it around the horn. Harness works against the left side of that zone. Now down to Alberson. He works underneath. Back outside. Harness for 3 on the way. Good. Harness now with 6 points. It's back to a 1-point game. 24-23. It's been good, tight game all the way through. Into the corner. Schaefer drives around the top of the key. And back outside, Cole Young drives to the hoop. He's going to be fouled. I think they're going to give that one to Haddon Leibarger. Yeah, that is his first. Number 2 against Salem. 5:15 to go. Cone back into the game with his 2 fouls. Outside on the hold is Andrew Conrad to Wiles. Wiles and Cone both playing with 2 fouls for Flora. 5 minutes to go in this first half. Coach Lead playing with a little bit of fire. It's a 1-point matchup. 24-23 in favor of Flora. They may choose to be tremendously patient here. 3 on the way. There goes patience as Nick Schaefer bombs it from the right wing. Oh, it's always good when the announcer doesn't know what he's talking about. I like that. Brubaker down in the left corner, which is most of the time. Outside to Harness. Harness gets a screen, fires the 3 to respond, and he hits. Harness now with 8 points this quarter as the scoring already pretty high pace, picking up even more. 27-26. Losing the handle was Young, but picked up by Wiles. He's fouled heading to the hoop, and he'll have 2 free throws. Haddon Leibarger picks it up as Wiles, who has yet to score, gets 2 free throws. Now he's scored. The old Flora-Salem matchup, 3-pointers galore. 5 so far by Flora. 5 so far by Salem. With 4:14 to go in the first half. Both of them good. Those are the first 2 free throws of the game for the Wolves. Conrad will take a seat. Back in comes Gavin Warren as the Wolves have their starting 5 intact. Schaefer, Cone, Young, Warren, and Wiles. Pass nearly stolen from Brubaker, gathered in the corner by Levi Hayes. Out to Isaac Hayes. Starting 5 intact and in the game for Salem. On the drive, Brubaker. He puts it up, but he is fouled, and I think that's going to go against Young. Cole Young does pick it up. Number 1 on Young, number 6 against Flora, and and Eric Brubaker will head to the line. He has yet to score as well. Well, he had yet. As he knocks the first one down. Knocks them both down. Free throw shooting going pretty good tonight. Salem 5 for 6, Flora 2 for 2. 3:45 to go here in the first half. Jumper from Schaefer from the free throw line won't go. Schaefer gets it tipped back to him by Alex Wiles. Flora leads by 1, 29-28. In the corner, on the dribble, is Cone. Tosses it back outside, nearly knocked away. And a traveling violation is going to be called against Gavin Warren. So Salem with a chance to retake the lead for the first time in a long time. They've trailed all of this quarter and probably for the last half of the first quarter. Outside with it is Harness. He drives inside the lane. One-hander won't go. Rebound comes down to Cone. Isaiah Cone, one of 2 seniors on the Flora Wolves. He and Nick Schaefer both start. The right side, it goes to Gavin Warren, back outside the cone. High post now. Into the left corner. Schaefer, long pass across to Warren. 2:50 to go in the half. Down to Wiles. Tries to make a difficult pass to Young, and he wasn't there. Stolen away by the Wildcats. Brett Whitney up to Harness. Off to the left wing, Brubaker around the top. Wolves now in a man-to-man set. No, they're still in that zone. 3 from the corner from Brubaker, won't go. Rebound, Wiles had it knocked away by Hayes. Off to Harness, 3, won't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Flora. Salem will have it with 2:17 to go in the half. Another opportunity to take the lead. Wiles is going to take a seat. He was getting a little gassed out there for Flora. As in for the first time is Grant Benke. 3 from Harness is good. His third three-point shot in a row. He has 12. And Salem retakes the lead, 31-29. Ball kicked. It'll be Flora basketball. Just over two minutes to go here in the first half. You're watching Salem High School and Flora High School basketball here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce Dickey. Up with it in the corner, it's Nick Schaefer. Gets it back outside. He and Cone play catch. Into the corner to Benke. Tries to drive baseline, not much room. Outside to Young, the freshman. Right-handed. And his pass is knocked out of bounds. Salem playing outstanding defense on this possession. Not giving Flora a good shot. Timeout taken. 1:35 to go here in the first half. It's 31-29. Salem will be back in 30.
Country Roads Realty goes the extra mile to take you home. Managing broker Jessica McCleary, along with Terry Weedman and Judy Reed, bring commitment, integrity, and results, as well as 21st century technology to the business of real estate. Virtual house tours are always open at countryroadsrealty.net. Call Country Roads Realty at 842-SOLD and give Country Roads the chance to earn your business and add you to their long list of satisfied clients.
And welcome back here to B.E. Gum Gymnasium. Salem leads Flora in a tight one, 31-29 with a minute and a half to go. I just noticing Florida was on my mind. Florida leads the Blues 2-1. Schaefer drops it down inside for Benke, and it gets away. It'll be a turnover, and it'll go back to the Wildcats. I see Illinois leads by 6 with a minute and a half to go in the Champaign. Goal Illini. 31-29. To the left side it goes to Harness. Gets a screen, heads to the hoop, puts it up and in. Jacob Harness having an outstanding quarter. He's got 13 in the quarter, 14 in the game. 13 out of the 18 for Salem so far this quarter. To the right wing as it goes to Gavin Warren. I kind of said as Harness goes, so go the Wildcats, and they've turned it up this quarter. Young loses the handle. Picked up in backcourt after it was knocked away by Whitney. 45 seconds to go. 3 on the way, won't fall for Schaefer. Rebound to Brubaker. And with Salem on a nice run, will they look to continue, or I guess not. Brubaker traveled. Trying to get it over to Harness, and I think that was just a fatigue turnover as we're coming to the final 35 seconds of the half. 33-29. Cone drives all the way up to the hoop and throws it away. I don't think Salem got a hand on it. He was trying to go in the corner, but somebody zigged instead of zagging, and Cone will come out of the game, try to keep him from picking up his third foul in this last 30 seconds. 33-29. in favor of Salem. They've scored the last 8 points. I think it was 29-25 moments ago. Pass down to Whitney. His shot blocked. He gets it back with 13 seconds to go. Down to Hayes. Shot blocked again. Grabbed by the Wolves. Gavin Warren taking his time, getting it up. Now 6 seconds to go. Into the corner. Benke 3 or 2 on the way. It won't go. And that will end the first half. Salem came back, though, in that second quarter, as after 2 quarters of play, the Salem Wildcats lead the Flora Wolves 33-29. We'll be back to B.E. Gum after these words.
Are you looking to start a DIY project or new home construction? Come see us at Zinc Building Center. We can help with interior, exterior, and commercial doors. Need some new siding? Whether it be vinyl, stone, or cedar shake, we can help. How about roofing? Call us for a free estimate on a metal or shingled roof. We also deal in lumber, cabinetry, paint, plumbing, and electrical. Stop by and see us on Route 45 in Louisville.
Come see us.
Dan's Electric in Flora, Fairfield, and Noble is always ready to help you, whether the days and nights are frosty and cold or hot and humid. As a supplier and servicer of all major HVAC brands, Dan's experienced and licensed technicians are ready to get to work for you. Take care of your interior comfort with affordable heating, cooling, electrical, geothermal, and generator systems with reliable customer service from Dan's Electric.
And welcome back to Salem. The Salem dance squad about ready to perform here tonight. I'll back off the microphone once they get going, as they're having a little bit of difficulty with the recording device. Last time we were here, the dance squad it was co-ed, both boys and girls, but it looks like tonight it's just the girls side of the dance troupe. Big second quarter there for Salem. They outscored the Flora Wolves 18-10 in that second quarter to take a 4-point lead. Well, they've got a song, but I don't think they got the right song, as they're going to switch it up a little bit more. And now they go. The Salem Dance Squad. And a fine job by the Salem dance squad as Salem leads here at the half, 33-29. I'll go over the scoring for you for the Flora Wolves. They are led here at the half by Isaiah Cohn. He's got 7 points. He had led here by Nick Schaefer. Schaefer has 8, a couple of three-pointers and a deuce. Cohn has 7 with a couple of field goals and a 3. 5 points for Gavin Warren. He has a 3 and a 2. 4 points for Cole Young, a couple of deuces. 3 points for Andrew Conrad. He hit a 3 there in that second quarter. And 2 points for Alex Wiles, as he is 2 for 2 from the line. Foul situation. Free throws, those 2 free throws for Wiles, the only free throws for Flora. Foul situation, Flora with 2 players that have multiple fouls. That's Isaiah Cohn along with Alex Wiles, each with 2 fouls. Quarters of 19 and 10 for the Salem Wildcats. They're led here at the half by Jacob Harness. Jacob with 14 points. He had a big second quarter. 3 threes in the second quarter, a couple of deuces. He's 1 for 2 from the line. 9 points for Isaac Hayes. He's got 3 three-pointers in the game. 6 for Brett Whitney, 2 for 2 from the line, a couple of field goals. And 2 points apiece for Eric Brubaker and Levi Hayes. Hayes with a field goal. Brubaker 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Salem hasn't shot too many more free throws than Flora, but they have shot more. They are 5 for 6 from the free throw line. And again here at the half, it is quarters, by the way, for Salem with 15 and 18 points. At the half, it is Salem over Flora, 33-29. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
For over 43 years, Bandy's Pharmacy has been your locally owned prescription for better health. With locations in Salem, Centralia, Mount Vernon, and Irvington, our fast, friendly, and professional pharmacists will take the time to explain your medications and give you the peace of mind that you deserve. Bandy's is also the area's largest provider of quality medical equipment solutions, and with a huge selection of medical uniforms and supplies, Bandy's Pharmacy and Medical Equipment truly is your prescription for better health.
Hi, this is Craig from Salem Tire Center. Our business is getting you on the road and keeping you there. That's why we're a proud provider of the Michelin tires, including the Michelin Defender family, Michelin's longest lasting tires on the road. Stop by today at Salem Tire Center, Route 50 and I-57 in Salem, or call us at 548-5045.
Are you going out of town for a vacation or a weekend getaway? What are you going to do with your dog? That's easy. There's Jaggers Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jaggers Doggy Daycare is your one-stop shop for overnight dog boarding, doggy daycare, as well as dog grooming and obedience dog training. It's your dog's home away from home, and they will thrive, and they'll get one-on-one attention by a great staff. More information is available on the web at jaggersdoggydaycare.com. Jaggers Doggy Daycare, 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
And welcome back here to Salem at the half. Hey, they had the Blues Brothers up there on stage. How about that? And there's a young lady dancing. That's fun. Salem leads Flora here at the half, 33-29. As I'm keeping my eye, also, I've got my phone going, ladies and gentlemen. Illinois 7 seconds away from upsetting Michigan State, the top 10 Michigan State, and this will be an outstanding win for this Illinois team. So yeah, I'm fired up. 33-29 in favor of Salem. They're ready to come out for the second half. They'll send out their starters. Isaac Hayes, number 4. 21 is Jacob Harness. Eric Brubaker wears number 22. Brett Whitney, number 40. And Levi Hayes wearing number 44 in the white. For the Flora Wolves in the orange, it's Nick Schaefer, number 10, and number 15 is Isaiah Cohn. Cole Young, the freshman, number 25. Gavin Warren, the sophomore, number 30. And Alex Wiles, the junior, number 33, as we are underway. Salem basketball up by 4. They try to drop it down to Whitney. Makes a nice move. And a steal by Isaiah Cohn. Whitney had a room, but then he threw it back out after Wiles, I believe, was trying to take the charge. He didn't go ahead and pursue it to the hoop. Flora with an opportunity. Off to the left wing it goes. Nice move by Wiles against Hayes. He puts it up and in. He's fouled and he'll head to the free throw line. First drive like that against, or that Alex Wiles has done against Hayes. He made to the line nicely, and he'll head to the free throw line for the and one. He hits it. That is also the first foul against Levi Hayes. First foul this half for Salem. That 4-point lead automatically shaved there to 1. 33-32 in favor of the Wildcats. This ball game has been back and forth, tied all the way. Outside with it is Brubaker. Eric Brubaker off to the left wing to Harness. Wiles stepping out on him as they're trying to deny it to Whitney. He finally does. They do get it to him, and he's going to be fouled, I believe, by Cole Young. That's number 2 on Cole Young. So now 3 players for Flora with 2 fouls apiece. And it comes to Levi Hayes outside to Brubaker. 3 on the way from Isaac Hayes, won't go. Rebound to Warren. Long pass ahead to Wiles. Gives it back to Cohn. Cohn drives around the baseline. Finds Schaefer. He puts it up and off. No good, but they're going to call basket interference. And Schaefer will get the bucket. I think it was Levi Hayes that got his hand caught in the net while that basketball was bouncing around up there. He'll come over and take a seat. Get a little coaching up from Coach Andy Fehrenbacher. 34-33. Flora with their first lead in a little while, as that's a short lead. Jacob Harness drives to the hoop. Gets his 15th and 16th points of the evening. 35-34 Salem. 6.5 to go as Young lost his footing, but boy, in the right spot, Gavin Warren able to get that pass that was intended for Cole Young. Salem by 1. Warren drives to the hole. Acrobatic move, won't fall. Rebound to Whitney. Quickly across. It comes. Now a nice drive by Brubaker as he finds his way to the hoop, puts it in. Timeout is taken by Flora with 5:57 to go in the third. It's 37-34 Salem, back in 30.
First, it was the love of your life. Then, the promotion you deserved. The daughter you planned for. And the son you didn't. Now you're ready for a new home. So how do you properly protect all this? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, start with simple steps today. At Country Financial, if you're ready to start, we're ready to help. So let's get started.
See me, Alex Atwood in Sisney, for your insurance and financial needs.
Well, how about that? Yeehaw! Illinois beats Michigan State tonight. How about that? 79-74, Illinois over the Spartans. That'll be one that folks will be talking about. And the way this season's been going for the Illini. 37-34 in favor of Salem. As Flora brings it up down to Schaefer, back outside. Jumper for Young is good. Cuts that 3-point lead back to 1 again. Cole Young now with 6 points. As Jacob Harness brings it across, looking inside for Whitney, gets it in the corner to Brubaker. Brubaker just had a nice drive to the hoop, and I think that's why Coach Phil Lee called timeout for Flora, because Brubaker got to the hoop way too easily. On the drive, it's Isaac Hayes. His 12-footer won't go. Rebound, Brubaker. Good board. Strong move to the hoop, and he lays it in. Back to a three-point game, 39-36. Three from Schaefer for the tie. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Whitney for the Wildcats. 5 minutes to go in the third. They get a hoop. That might be their biggest lead of the night. Three on the way. It's short by Hayes. He gets his own rebound, heads to the basket and lays it in. (41-36), 5-point lead for Salem. And Flora's going to reset their offense. Cohen plays catch out on top. To the high post goes Alex Wiles. Left wing now to Schaefer. Schaefer working against Hayes. The Wildcats have gone zone. And Wiles loses the handle. Taken away by Whitney. Long pass ahead to Hayes. Stolen back. Trying to go to the cookie jar a little too deep right there. Young with the jumper. Bounces off. No good. Hey. So Brubaker's going to foul Wiles underneath. That'll be number 1 on Eric Brubaker. Just number 2 against the Wildcats. 5-point game. Leighton Ware will check in for Salem. He's a junior, 5'11". Ware's number 5 as Brubaker's going to take a seat. 4:11 to go in the third. Long pass out to Young. Flora with it. Schaefer, right wing. Works against Hayes. Picks up his dribble in a bad spot. Now out to Wiles. He's working against Alberson. To Warren for three. Short. Didn't have his legs under him. Rebound comes down to Whitney. Quickly ahead. Harness. It's a 5-point lead for Salem. They scored, be their biggest of the game. Whitney in the corner. Back outside Ware. Against that zone, they find Alberson at the high post. Back out to Ware as Salem moving in with every pass. Trying to get a little closer, and there's a foul. That's going to be the second foul against Flora this half. And it's going to go against Gavin Warren, his first. Salem by 5, 41-36. 3.5 to go here in the third. And it comes to Whitney. His shot blocked nicely by Schaefer, and timeout is going to be taken by Andy Fehrenbacher as he was about to lose possession. 3:23 to go here in the third quarter. It's 41-36 Salem, back in 30.
Commitment. At Salem Rural King, commitment is serving your community the way we would want to be served. Commitment is a newly renovated store with more hard-to-find items for the whole family. Commitment is knowing that when you shop at Rural King, you'll find everything you need in one stop. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, clothing, and much more. Come on over to Salem Rural King and experience our commitment for yourself. 1410 West Whitaker in Salem.
And welcome back here to B.E. Gum. The Salem Wildcats lead the Flora Wolves with 3:23 to go here in this third quarter. 41-36. Long pass into Harness. It's been a 5-point difference for about 2 minutes now as Salem led by 4 at the half. Flora scored the first 5 points of this third quarter to get back in the lead, but only have a bucket since. A nice drop pass down to Alberson coming out of the timeout, and Salem goes up 7, 43-36, the biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats. To the left wing it goes to Schaefer. Now out top three from Cohn is good. Big hoop for the Wolves. Cuts it back to 4, 43-39. 2:40 to go in the third. Harness peers over the defense, now has it back. Plays catch with Ware. And he'll shoot over that zone now, bounces off, no good. Rebound Cole Young. Young, just a freshman. He's going to be a good player down the road. He's already a good player. Who's kidding who? Isaiah Cohn with it out top, has it knocked away by Ware, and he'll commit the foul on the other side. Gavin Warren had it knocked away. And he'll pick up the foul. Number 2 on Warren this half and in the game. As Leighton Ware will head to the free throw line for 2 shots, his first trip, and he's well short. 2:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Flora's biggest lead was, I want to say 6. Salem's biggest lead was 7. And now they lead by 5 after Ware hit 1 out of 2. Quickly into Cone as the Wolves work against that full court zone press. Up to Wiles. Back outside. Flora will set. 3 on the way from Cone. Off the front iron, a bit short. Rebound to Alberson. Here goes Salem. Brubaker wants to run. Holds these horses. Now it gets it across and over to Harness. Baseball pass gets away from Brubaker, and he fouls Isaiah Cone trying to gather. That's number 2 on Eric Brubaker. Boy, that was a tough, difficult pass to handle from Jacob Harness. Looked like he was throwing from second to first right there, or shortstop to first. A gun either way. 44-39 in favor of the Wildcats. Flora with the basketball, the Wolves. Flora in the orange, Salem in the white. Wiles looks to get it into Young, and his pass tipped away. Great defense down there by Brett Whitney to knock it free. Minute 25 to go in the third. 44-39. Salem by 5. Andrew Conrad in the ball game now defending that upper right corner of the defense. Jacob Harness only 2 points this quarter after that 13-point second quarter, and scoring quite a bit slower here in this third quarter than the second for both teams. Brubaker looks inside, loses the handle, gets it back. Out to Harness. We're under a minute to go in the quarter. Harness, tough shot, won't fall. Rebound, Flora up quickly to Schaefer. He heads to the hole, puts it up. No good. They're going to call a blocking foul on Brett Whitney. He has 2 fouls tonight, both of them coming from trying to take the charge. You got to like the effort. He gets back, but just not quite set. So Schaefer will head to the free throw line. He gets 2 and he hits the first. That gives him 11 points in the game. Now 12. 44-41, Salem not able to shake free. They led by 7 just a moment ago. Now back to 3 with 40 seconds left here in the third. Down low, pass to Alberson. Through his hands, he tries to save it back in. And Flora's going to bail him out. Levi Hayes will check in for Cade Alberson. And throwing it in will be Isaac Hayes, the starting 5 back on for Salem. And Salem looks like they may hold for the final shot of the quarter. Up by 3. 44-41, 20 seconds to go. Quarter number 3. Isaiah Cone keeps stepping out, trying to goad the Wildcats into moving. Now 5 seconds. They look down low. Brubaker from the corner for 3. It's long. Rebound taken away by Flora. So after 3 periods, it is Salem 44, Flora 41. We'll be back for the final quarter in 1 minute.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Don't buy from strangers, buy local. With national communication providers, you may be forced to try to get help from a call center across the country. Who needs the aggravation? Choose Wabash Communications instead. Our employees are local, so you'll be treated like a neighbor whenever you call or stop by, and you'll get straightforward pricing without any gimmicks or hidden cost. Plus, we actively support the communities we serve through monetary and in-kind donations. Put your money where your heart is. Here at home, visit wabash.net to express your interest in Wabash Fiber.
And welcome back to Salem for this fourth quarter of this non-conference battle between the Wildcats and the Wolves. It's been a tight one all the way. Salem leads by 3. Flora has the basketball to start things off. Conrad, Cone, along with Young, Wiles, and Schaefer. Conrad gets it to Young, back outside and into the corner. Cone drives to the hoop, makes himself a little room, misses the short shot. Rebound comes down to Salem. They're starting 5 out there, and Harness wants to head to the hoop. He puts up the runner and hits. Harness now with 18 to lead all scores. 46-41, Salem up. It's Hayes, Harness, Whitney, and Brubaker for the Wildcats. Wiles guarded out on top by Levi Hayes. Fires it over to Cole Young. Off now back to Conrad. Check that, Schaefer. Wiles driving, gets it back out to Conrad now. He's wearing number 23 down low. Wiles open, puts it up and in. Great footwork by Alex Wiles to give himself a little bit of room down there, and it was enough. It's a 3-point game again, 46-43. Each team with plenty of timeouts remaining on the drive. Whitney is fouled. Brett Whitney is fouled, and he'll head to the line for a couple. I think that's going to be Cole Young's third. Number 4 against Flora. 14 fouls also right now against Salem. As Brett Whitney, who's 2 for 2 from the line, steps up there for 2 more. Make it 3 for 3. Both teams shooting free throws at an outstanding clip. Flora's 5 for 5, and Salem is currently 7 for 9. 8 for 10. How you're supposed to do it. It's 48-43. Salem by 5. As we move under 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. Into the corner with it, back in the game, Gavin Warren. Young out on top, plays catch with Warren out on the right wing. Outside to Schaefer, now Young back to the left wing. Cone with a one-handed pass, boy, that's dangerous. To the high post, Young has bumped from behind, able to gather. Now around to Wiles, cutting to Young, and he lays it in. Nice cut by the freshman, Cole Young, and good eye by Wiles, seeing him and hitting him in stride. Under 6 to go in the game. 3-point lead for Salem. Down low, Brett Whitney. Too deep, has to get rid of it. 3 for Harness. No good. Rebound tipped out, gathered by Young. Flora can cut it to 1 with a hoop. A tie with a 3. Up to the left side. Jumper on the way is going to be off for Gavin Warren. Rebound to Salem. Nice work underneath by Isaac Hayes. Out on top, he gives it over to Harness to Brubaker. Now Hayes fakes the 3, back to Harness. He'll try the 3 from the right wing. It won't go, but in the right spot at the right time is Brett Whitney. Lays it up and in. Back to a 5-point game. Flora just hasn't been able to get over that hump since they led early in the second half. On the drive, Schaefer drops it down for Wiles. Could be too deep. He gets it up and in. He has 9 now. It's 50-47. This game staying tight the whole way. Crowd's been going. Left wing, Brubaker. Around to the right side, Harness drives right baseline. Stepped out of bounds. Cole Young held his spot. And Jacob Harness, a little bit not thin enough to get around that baseline. And he's pretty thin. 4.5 to go. Flora can cut it again to 1 or tie with a 3. They'll try it. Schaefer does. We're tied at 50 points apiece. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Harness over with it. To the right wing, into the corner now to Whitney. Isaac Hayes. Leighton Ware. Alberson in the game also for the Wildcats now. Nice move out on top by Harness, but he's picked. Schaefer heads down court, lays it up and in. Flora takes the lead for the first time since about a minute gone in the third quarter, and timeout taken by Salem. 3:54 to go in the ball game. We'll take a timeout as well. Flora up 52-50. We'll be back in 1 minute.
At Back & Body Works Chiropractic, we help you feel better naturally. Our naturopathic treatments are for the whole family, from newborns to the elderly. We offer auriculotherapy for smoking cessation and appetite control. We use acupuncture to improve health and well-being in the mind and body. Our high-quality supplements are made from organic, whole foods and herbs for adults and children. We also offer exercise classes for women of every age, size, and fitness level. We are conveniently located at 101 South Main Street on the Square in Louisville.
Call my mommy.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
7-point run here for the Flora Wolves as they have caught up on a 5-point deficit and taken the lead 52-50 with 3:54 to go in the contest. Coach Andy Fehrenbacher taking that time out. They bring in Brubaker back in the ball game. They go to him and he misses the shot. Salem gets the board. Follow won't go, and a foul is going to be called on the rebound. And that's going to go against Flora. Gavin Warren picks up his third. It's number 5 against Flora. Neither team in the bonus yet. Salem's only picked up 4 fouls, and that's stolen away by Cole Young. Quickly up with it in the corner, Warren. Back outside to Cone. Isaiah Cone defended by Harness. 3:25 to go in the game, 52-50. Flora's going to be very patient. They haven't missed a free throw yet if you're thinking maybe Salem should end up fouling at some point. Still plenty of time for that. Just play good defense if you're the Salem Wildcats. If you're Flora, you just be patient, look for a good shot. Cole Young working against Brett Whitney, freshman against a senior. He drives, drops it back, stolen away by Harness. Good hands, and he sees Brubaker ahead. He lays it up and in to tie the game. Eric Brubaker with 8 points now. 3 minutes to go in the game. Long pass to Wiles, back to Cohen and around to Young. He spins, puts up a tough shot that goes. Cole Young with 10. Flora back up by 2, 2:40 to go. Plenty of timeouts remaining for both teams. 2 for Salem, 3 for Flora. Salem with 14 fouls, Flora with 5. Neither team in the bonus. Brubaker works inside, tough shot, well defended by Schaefer and Young. And grabbed by the Wolves. They lead by 2 with the ball. 2:15 to go. A little early to foul, but you got to see the wheels turning. As Cone dribbles it off the foot of Harness, and a foul is going to be called against Harness. His first, and that's the 5th against the Wildcats, and that's not really a bad foul. Gets them closer to if they need to foul to get the ball back, gets them that 1 foul closer. And it's only the first one on Harness. 2 minutes to go in the game. 54-52 Flora. Wiles works out on top against Hayes. And they'll stop the game as Wiles had his glasses knocked off. I believe he and Isaac Hayes got a little tangled up, but no harm, no foul. Incidental contact. Minute 50 to go here in the ball game. Flora with the lead by 2 and the basketball. Looking for their 6th win of the season. Salem looking for their 15th. This would be an upset. Schaefer hands it off to Young. Flora's working the clock, and Wiles is going to get fouled by Levi Hayes, number 2 on Hayes, as the clock moves under a minute and a half. That's team foul number 6, so no free throws yet, but next foul will bring free throw opportunities for the Wolves. Into Wiles, and Hayes is going to get him immediately. That'll be team foul number 7. Alex Wiles, 3 for 3 from the line, will head up there for 1 and 1. Under a minute and a half to go in the game. Big shots for the junior from Flora. And he hits. Second one on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound Salem, down by 3. Long pass ahead to Isaac Hayes, now to Harness. Minute 20 to go, still plenty of time for the Wildcats. They can go for 2 to cut it to 1. Fire across and thrown away over the head of Brett Whitney. And timeout is taken by Flora with a minute 13 to go in the basketball game, leading by 3. It'll be Flora basketball at the deep corner. They lead by 3, 55-52. We'll take a timeout as well, back in 30.
Kiss too slow internet goodbye and say hello to super fast internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is the only 1 gig internet provider in your area. With Wabash Fiber, you can stream videos and TV shows on multiple devices, video chat, download and upload quickly, including HD movies, plus so much more. Submit your interest at wabash.net and fall in love with Wabash Communications. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location.
And welcome back here to Salem. The Flora Wolves leading the Salem Wildcats, as St. Louis has defeated Florida tonight 3-2. Comeback victory for the St. Louis Blues. Illini have won. Flora looking to make it a good night for teams in orange tonight. Salem trying to redeem the teams in green, as a timeout is going to be taken by Cole Young before the pass comes in. You knew throwing it in from that corner spot was going to be a difficult task. So we'll keep it right here. We'll give you a rundown of what's going on. The possession arrow is in Salem's direction if there's a held ball. Flora still has 1 foul to give before Salem would go to the free throw line, so Flora can be as aggressive as they want to be when Salem has the basketball. Salem, if they commit another foul, it would be their 8th, so they've got a couple of 1-and-1 opportunities for Flora if they need them, and they may need them if they don't get a steal here on the throw-in. But the thing is, you look at the Flora Wolves, they are currently 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. They've shot very well from the line tonight. Salem, on the other hand, has shot it also very well. They're 8 out of 10. Good ball game, led after 1, 19-15 by Flora. Salem led by 4 at half, 33-29. Led by 3 after 3, 44-41, but a furious comeback by the Flora Wolves has given them a 3-point lead with a minute 13 to go. Cole Young to throw in. Got big old Cade Alberson bouncing on top of him, and He'll get it in to Schaefer, who's fouled immediately, and he'll head to the free throw line. Jacob Harness picks up his second, number 8, against the Wildcats. Only one timeout remaining for Flora after taking those 2 in succession. The free throw bounces out, no good. So the fouling works for Salem as Harness is going to be fouled coming around the corner by Gavin Warren. That's number 4 on Warren. No free throws as yet for Salem, but they'll get free throws on the next foul by the Wildcats, by the Wolves, I mean. So 3-point game. Flora by 3, minute 6 to go. Long pass into Brubaker. The senior works against the zone. That's Cone out on top. Off to the right side to Harness. 3 from Brubaker to tie is short. Rebound comes down to Wiles. And he's going to be fouled. I think it's going to go against Whitney. And it does. That's the thing. I'm kind of surprised Salem went for the quick 3 there, but that was the play. Alex Wiles heads to the line for 1 and 1. That was team foul number 9. Leighton Ware checks back in for Salem. He can make it a 2-possession game with 52 seconds remaining. First one on the way is good. And Salem, with just 52 seconds, going to have to score a couple of times. Short one on the second one. Rebound to Ware. Here comes Salem. 50 seconds on the drive. Harness puts it up and in, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for the and one. Count the hoop. And Wiles is going to pick up the foul. Harness now with 20. And he can cut the lead to 1. That possession took about 2 seconds after that free throw. How about that? Harness just grabbed it and sprinted. Free throw's good. (56-55) in favor of the Wolves. And it comes to Cone. He dribbles almost out of bounds. He's in trouble. Finds Young, who fires it down court to Wiles. He has it knocked away. But a foul's going to be called on Brubaker. Looked like Brubaker might have had that clean. Wiles will head to the free throw line for 2. That's the 10th foul against Salem. And the rest of the game, Flora will have 2 free throws. Wiles 2 for 4 this quarter. He's 5 out of 7 on the game from the free throw line. He's got 11 points. Make it 12. Andrew Conrad checks back into the ballgame for Flora as Gavin Warren sits down. It's a 2-point game. And now they're checking to see if it was okay to bring in the sub. I'm not certain exactly what the delay is. 41 seconds to go on the clock. Now everything's straightened out. 57-55 in favor of Flora. Too many Fs. 41 seconds. Second free throw, no good. Rebound tipped out. Saved by Brubaker. They get it ahead to Harness. He sprints to the hoop and loses the handle, but he's fouled. And I think that's going to be Schaefer. Either way, he'll have 1 and 1 from the free throw line. That is Nick Schaefer, his second, 7 against Flora. And Jacob Harness will go to the line with a chance to tie it. 34.9 seconds remaining. 57-55, Flora by 2. Harness first, bounces out and in. Bounces up and around and fell through. I thought that was bouncing out. He can tie it here. Second one on the way. Good. That one a lot less ulcer creating. 35 seconds to go. One timeout left for Flora. We're tied at 57. Will Coach Lieb hold for a last shot? 25 seconds. Cole Young on the dribble, and timeout will be taken by Flora. I believe that that's their last. Timeout is taken with 21 seconds to go. We're tied at 57 apiece. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Marion County Savings Bank is partnering with local businesses and encouraging customers to support local through its new Fusion checking account.
Come on by me, best to pick good barbecue.
Fusion checking comes with an app that makes it easy to find and use deals from participating businesses. You simply click on the coupon and show your phone to the merchant. It's that simple.
I'm Sharon Evans from Produce Plus, and I love my bank.
Stop by or open an account online at marioncountysavings.com.
And what a good ball game. 21 seconds to go. Flora with the basketball. Been back and forth here in this fourth quarter. Salem led by 3 coming in to the fourth quarter. Flora took a lead, led by as many as 4. Had a chance to take a 5-point lead with about 38 seconds to go. Couldn't do it. 50 seconds to go, and boy, oh boy, Jacob Harness, when he gets the ball in his hand, he is sprinting to the hoop for the Wildcats. 21 seconds to go. It's Wiles, Schaefer, Warren, Cone, and Cole Young to throw in for the Wolves. Looking for the lob, doesn't get it. They're out of timeout, so he gets it into Wiles. Knocked away. Wiles passes it across the cone. Ball comes loose. 16 seconds. Salem all over the top of the Flora offense. Easy way to get a foul there. Now 8 seconds to go. Schaefer gets a screen, loses the handle, and Brubaker stepped out of bounds with 4 seconds to go. Flora will get a last second shot here. Timeout taken by Salem with 4 seconds to go. Andy Fehrenbacher's got a couple. We'll take a timeout as well. Back in 30.
I'm Mike Dye from Max Dye Incorporated. Since 1964, we've been doing business with one simple idea. Treat people right and they'll come back. So whether you're shopping for a new GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or pre-owned vehicle, or need service, we can help. Our qualified sales representatives and expert auto technicians provide you with straightforward, no-hassle shopping and service every time. Come see what we mean when we say hometown friendly, the way car shopping should be at Max Dye Incorporated in Salem.
And welcome back here to Salem. 4 seconds to go for the Flora Wolves, and Salem trying to force an overtime. Give everybody at home a chance to watch more basketball. Get a little bit of free basketball. That'd be fun. That'd be a good time. 4 seconds to go. Flora doesn't want that to happen. Flora has the ball. They want to get a good shot. See what Coach Lieb drew up. Cone along with Warren, Wiles, Young now on the court, and Schaefer to throw in. The starters all in for Salem. Let's check that. Wayers in for Whitney. In it comes to Cone. He heads to the hoop. Shots up and off. No good. Rebound tipped up. Too late. Too late. It'll be overtime. Coach Lieb was trying to talk the officials into it. Didn't talk them into it. So we're going to extra time. Tied up at 57 apiece. We'll be back in a minute for the tip.
At Rollinson's in Salem, we take pride in offering American-made appliances by Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid. Plus, we service everything we sell. Shop our showroom of cabinetry and countertops. Not sleeping well on your current mattress? Hurry on over and see what Serta quality is like. Our flooring stands alone in selection and price, bringing you Mohawk brands that you know and trust. Stop in today and let us help you get the best results for every room in your house.
Welcome to the world of custom embroidery. Shirt Tales is here to service all of your embroidery and screen printing needs. From ball caps to teddy bears, we have it all. all custom made for your business or personal needs. We also sell Green Mountain grills and all the necessary products for your backyard barbecue. Call us today at 662-2451 or stop by 134 West North Avenue in Flora or visit us online at shirt-tails.net.
Welcome back to Salem. We're about ready to go here for overtime as Flora outscored Salem 16-13 in that fourth quarter. But big free throws down to the edge by Jacob Harness and Brett Whitney forced the overtime for Salem, and we are underway as Salem wins the tip to start things off here, tied at 57. Harness drop pass to Whitney is taken away by Flora. Up with it is Cone. Both teams in the bonus now. Flora in the double bonus. Salem in the single for just another moment. And that one's stolen away by Whitney. Bad pass. He heads down court, lays it in. Whitney now with 12 points. As the Wolves have it. That's Cole Young. Off to the right wing to Alex Wiles, whose pass is stolen away by Whitney. Up ahead to the hoop, Isaac Hayes. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point lead just that quickly for Salem. 3:10 to go here in this overtime. Schaefer gets a screen from Wiles. Now he hands it off to Cone. Cone off to Cole Young. Shot won't go. Rebound. Loose. Still loose, and it'll be a held ball. It'll go to Flora on the alternating possession. Alex Wiles getting entangled down low with Eric Brubaker. And with 2:53 to go, Flora will have it back. (61-57) the score. As the officials also doing a little bit of cleanup work and telling players to settle down a little bit as well. Under 3 minutes, 2:53 exactly. Warren to toss in. Into the corner it goes to Schaefer. Well defended by Whitney. Back outside to Cone. Flora looking to carve into that 4-point lead. To the high post to Wiles, around the horn now Warren back outside. 3 on the way from Schaefer is good. Schaefer now with 20 points at 61-60. As Harness walks it across, he's having a big night of himself. He's got 23. Beautiful pass down low to Hayes, and he can't handle it. It's taken away by Flora. Cole Young and then Isaiah Cone. Flora can retake the lead with 2:10 to go here in the overtime. Overtime period number 1. To the high post it goes to Wiles. He spins back outside now to Warren. To Wiles to the free throw line. Flora being very patient, looking for the good shot. Salem leads by 1, 61-60. That ball gets away. It's stolen. Harness, quick pass to Whitney. He lays it up and in. And back into the lead go adding to the lead on the Salem Wildcats, leading by 3 now. Minute 37 to go. I wouldn't be surprised to see Flora fire up a 3-pointer again. Young draws Whitney a long way from the hoop. Lob pass down low to Cone. He puts it in. Isaiah Cone's first points since early in the third quarter. He's got 12, 63-62, a minute 10 to go in the OT. Fast moving overtime. I don't think there have been any fouls in the overtime. I don't think it may not have been only one whistle had that held ball. Other than that, it has been movement. Now Flora's going to have to step out and defend as they trail by 1, 63-62. Harness on Schaefer. Schaefer on Harness. Now Cone guards Hayes. 40 seconds to go. Hayes gets around Cone into the corner. Brubaker, and a foul is going to go against Alex Wiles. That'll be number 4 for Wiles. And Eric Brubaker will head back to the free throw line where he is 2 for 2. He had a couple back in the first half. He's up there for 1-1 now. And he misses it. Rebound, big rebound for Brett Whitney. Now the Wolves basically have to foul. Down by 1, 25 seconds to go. And Alex Wiles is going to commit a foul. And that'll be 5 for Wiles. Good game tonight for Alex. 6 out of 9 from the free throw line, 3 field goals for 12 points. And Andrew Conrad will check in replacing him, but to the line will head Jacob Harness. And he'll be there for 2 shots. Got to get position on that free throw line if you're the defensive team. And the first one is good for Harness, makes it a 2-point game. Next one would make it a 3 with 24 seconds to go. Timeout is taken. Flora takes the timeout. 24.4 remaining here in the overtime. Salem leads by 2, 64-62. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Welcome back to Salem. 24.4 seconds to go. Flora just burned their last timeout. And Salem will head to the free throw line. Coach Lieb probably giving the team different instructions depending on whether Jacob Harness hits the second of 2. It's already a 2-point contest. He can make it a 3-point game if he hits it. 24.4 to go. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow faces Salem's direction. And it is now a 3-point game. Flora's going to have to shoot a 3. If you're Salem, you let a few seconds go off and put them on the line maybe. Off it goes to Warren. Warren drives around the top of the key into the corner. Conrad back out to Warren. Gavin Warren with it now under 10 seconds. Somebody's got to shoot for Flora. Conrad around to Schaefer. 3 seconds to go. Gets a screen, puts it up for 3 for the tie, and it won't go. And there's your final. Salem 65, Flora 62. Stick around after 1 minute. Come on back and we'll have scores and highlights for you here from B.E. Gum. The Salem Wildcats knock off Flora 65-62. Be back in 1 minute.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Fairfield Memorial Hospital has been providing excellence in community health care since 1950. We are proud to offer a wide range of services in both the inpatient and outpatient settings. Horizon Healthcare, our rural health clinic, now has 3 locations to better serve our patients' needs. Patients can be seen at our Horizon Healthcare clinics in Fairfield, Sisney, and Grayville. Call us today to learn more about the services offered at Fairfield Memorial Hospital.
Welcome back to Salem. Heck of a ball game. Heck of a ball game. Won by the Salem Wildcats, 65-62. As the Wolves gave Salem everything they wanted, but just wasn't enough. Here's a look at the scoring column for the Flora Wolves. They were led tonight by Nick Schaefer He finished with 20 points. He was 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 3-pointers and 3 deuces, including a 3-pointer in overtime. 12 points apiece for Isaiah Cohn and Alex Wiles. Wiles with 3 field goals, 6 out of 9 from the line. And Isaiah Cohn with a couple of trays and 3 deuces for his 12 points. 10 points for Cole Young, all from the field with 5 field goals. 5 for Gavin Warren, hit a 3 and a deuce in the first period. And 3 points for Andrew Conrad, hit a 3-pointer there in the second quarter. Flora finished 8 for 12 from the free throw line. But the trouble was they were only 3 out of 7 in that fourth quarter. They had quarters of 19, 10, 12, and 16 with an overtime of 5. We went to overtime tied at 57. For Salem, by the way, Flora falls to 5 and 19. Salem improves to 15 and 10. They were led tonight by Jacob Harness. Big night for Jacob. He finished with 25 points. He was 6 for 7 from the free throw line. He had 3 threes and 4 2-point field goals. 14 points for Brett Whitney. 4 for 4 from the line, 5 field goals. 13 for Isaac Hayes. He had 3 threes and 2 deuces. 8 points for Eric Brubaker, 3 field goals. He was 2 for 3 from the line. 2 points apiece for Cade Alberson with a field goal and Levi Hayes with a field goal. Tough night for Levi. And 1 out of 2 from the line for Leighton Ware for 1 point. Salem in that ball game, 13 out of 16 from the free throw line. They were 5 out of 5 in that fourth quarter and 2 for 3 in the overtime to win it. 65-57. Had quarters of 15, 18, 11, 13, and 8, outscoring Flora 8-5 in the overtime period. Well, that'll just about do it for us here from Salem. For all of us here at Wabash Catch TV, we do appreciate you tuning in. My name is Bruce Dickey, reminding you tonight's final score. The Salem Wildcats knock off the Flora Wolves 65-62 in overtime. So long from B.E. Gum.